Hey, yo, what's up? My name's Petrowski, and welcome back to another episode of Road to PokeMMO. This is a series where we kind of run through the regions on PokeMMO and progress our account as we would a main account in the year 2022. So here we are. I think we have 5 gym badges right now in Unova. We have completed Kanto already, and our challenge throughout that region was to earn 1 million Pokeyen as fast as possible from scratch. Our challenge throughout the Unova region is to build a PvP ready team for OU, not as quickly as possible, but hopefully before around the time we reach the E4. That's kind of our bet. Now we are already at 5 gym badges, and we only really have one Pokemon that is ready to even be trained, and that is the Shelder that I bought off the GTL for a really good price. So I'm definitely looking to really start acquiring more of those Pokemon. That's what I want to look for. I want to be acquiring better Pokemon, better UTs, Pokemon that are ready to be comp, and I think that's what I'm going to be doing and focusing on in today's episode. So last episode, we acquired a Breloom, a really nice catching Breloom with False Swipe and Spore and Toxic Orb, which is so nice. It was such a fantastic investment, and I couldn't be happier with it. But I think today's episode is really going to be focused on, I'm going to be heading back to that Darumaka spot that I was in for a decent amount of last episode, and I want to be getting a starting base Darumaka on which to start breeding for a comp Darmanitan, because Darmanitan is a Pokemon that is on the team that I initially wanted to build. For those who didn't watch episode 3 or don't remember, my kind of team breakdown is going to be Magnezone, Darmanitan, Conkeldurr, Cloyster, Volcarona, and Rotom Wash as kind of the, as a very basic baseline plan for the team that I have laid out for the end of this series. If you haven't watched episode 3, I heavily recommend watching the first 10 minutes or so of episode 3. It's just so important seeing that team breakdown, seeing me build the team that this entire series is based around is super important, right? So anyways, I'm going to head back to this spot here on Route 4 and look for some Darumaka, and hopefully I can catch a decent starting base one to breed with. I can go over back to Kanto and start breeding there. For those who don't know, or to give you guys, I guess, kind of an idea of what I mean as a starting base breeding Pokemon, is something with 31 attack and maybe another 31, maybe 2 times 31. Darumaka needs every stat except for special attack, but it doesn't need to have 31 in every stat. In this series, I'm not looking to create perfect comp Pokemon. I'm looking to create realistic competitive Pokemon and ones that are very solid and very totally usable and decent enough for PvP. And I want you guys to be able to do the same alongside me. I want to show you guys, and I always want to show players, that the barrier to entry for PvP can be difficult in terms of acquiring your Pokemon and mainly the skill gap. That's the main thing, is just learning the game and learning the PvP. But I want to show you guys that the barrier to entry in terms of acquiring the Pokemon and building that comp team doesn't have to be as bad as it can be. So I really want to show you guys, I guess, my strategies and my ability, and you guys can copy it to build a team and where to go from there. I definitely think if you're playing a series that isn't Road to PokeMMO, just straight up making the cash via gym runs or doing certain things and buying the comps off the GTL, or let's say instead of catching a Darumaka with 31 attack and trying to catch one on your own, you could just go straight up and buy one off the GTL. That's a super good option. But for this series, I do want all of my comps to be my OT for the most part, and I want to have some sort of process, some sort of arbitrary process and some sort of arbitrary effort in terms of being put in to create those comps. So I don't want it to be a money-making series where I just make money and buy all the Pokemon off the GTL. That'd be kind of lame. So that's kind of my thought process on everything so far. Sorry for the long spiel at the start. I'm going to go ahead and start catching some Darumaka and get back to you guys when I have any relevant Pokemon. Okay, here's something. This is a Darumaka with 1 times 31 special defense and then 25 plus attack and speed. This definitely could be an option, and it's female. This definitely could be an option for a starting breed, although I'd really like the 31 to be an attack or speed. Those are going to be the 2 most important IVs on Darumaka. It having 31 special defense, like, it helps it, but like not really to any like crazy extent. It's probably not worth preserving that IV. Like I'd rather just have a Darumaka that's like 25 plus HP, defense, and special defense, and then 31 attack and speed. I think that's my goal. That's what I'll be trying to go for here. So I'm not sure if I'll be going Adamant or Jolly. That's a huge question. I'll have to check the speed tiers and see what I can outspeed, like versus each nature. That'll be super important. I'll go actually check those numbers right now. Okay, after counting and checking speeds on Darmanitan, so Jolly Darmanitan is actually faster than everything in the game, I believe, even Ninjast with Scarf. Adamant Darmanitan with Scarf is faster than everything in the game except for Ninjast. So I definitely want to run Adamant. Like, going for that damage increase is definitely going to be more important than being able to have that extra speed. That becomes irrelevant. The only thing that becomes a factor is obviously outspeeding other Scarf Pokemon, or perhaps outspeeding Pokemon after one Dragon Dance, for example, so like Gyarados and stuff. I think the most important factor here is going to be outspeeding other Scarf users, and I think it's just definitely worth to go Adamant because comparing it to like one of the biggest Scarf users in OU PvP tier is going to be Hydreigon, right? So let's go ahead and head over to Hydreigon. I'm pretty sure, yeah, at least at 21%. Most are going lefties nowadays, which is actually interesting. Most go Timid, Choice Scarf, Hydreigon, and we're never going to outspeed that with Darmanitan. We're never going to be able to outspeed because Hydreigon has a, I believe, 98 base stat speed, so he's always going to be faster. Even if we go Jolly, and even if we go, you know, Jolly, 2v2 speed IV, 31 speed IV, we're always going to be slower because Darmanitan has a 95 base stat speed, and Hydreigon has a 98. So we're always going to be slower in that regard, so it's not even worth trying. For other than that, I think it's, yeah, we just go Adamant, Choice Scarf. I think that's definitely the decision. It's really important to know. Gonna go ahead and jot that down in my notepad document. Okay, so this is interesting. This is actually a pretty fantastic Darumaka. There's a couple issues, though. The fact that it's male and the fact that it doesn't have 31 speed or attack. So I'd have to breed those 28s up to 31s anyway. So it's definitely not worth for me personally as a breeder. But I'm definitely going to mark this as noted, and I could make some money selling this on the GTL. So that's going to be my option. I just really need 31 attack and speed. Like, that's going to be super important to me. I actually don't mind going like 20 plus HP in defenses. I'd prefer 25 plus. But the most important thing on this Darmanitan is absolutely going to be 31 attack and speed to be able to do as much damage as possible and be as fast as possible with that Choice Scarf monster. Okay, well, we did end up getting a 2x 31 Darumaka, but it is male, and one of the 31s is in special attack. So this is definitely, this is a fantastic Darumaka to sell. Absolutely fantastic Darumaka to sell. Actually, isn't it? Actually, not as fantastic as it could be, unfortunately, because he is in the Field A group. That's a little unfortunate, not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and check. Let's actually add the defenses, because we want every penny we can get on this sale is gonna be important. So let's go Field, male. It's gonna be around 40k. Yeah, I'll be around 40k. I mean, honestly, that's pretty good. The fact that it has those defenses is actually really nice. It'll be around a 40k sale. Okay, we'll take that. 40k Pokeyen added to the pocket. Not too shabby. Okay, you know what, dude? I will take it. This took way too long. I've been farming way too many Darumaka. You guys can actually tell how many I've, encountered. Up in that top right corner on your screen, you'll see my encounter counter. You guys can check. By the time I started this, adventure and started this grind versus now, okay, we got this female 31 attack Darumaka with 26 special defense. Dude, I'll take it. This is a decent base for breeding a Darumaka. I'm gonna actually call it the base. And okay, I'm done. I want to get back to storyline. I am definitely really excited to start breaking up storyline with some grinds like that, but man, I grinded that a little too long, not gonna lie. I am way too excited to get back to storyline progression. That's how you know it's been, a little bit rough of a grind, because I hate storyline. I usually love grinding, but let's go ahead and get back to some storyline nonsense. Let me heal up really quick. Actually, first things first, before I jump back into the storyline, let me quickly go ahead and gather all of the stuff I got from the GTL. 50k made, super nice from the stuff we listed and sold last episode. Actually, before I jump into the storyline even more, I probably should actually sell off all the stuff that I got farming just now. Like that 2x 31 Darumaka might give me some decent shmoney. Let's pick this Rostberry off that dude. There's probably not a whole lot of money here. I'm pretty surprised at how few 31s I got throughout this grind, but you know what? Got a Silk Scarf on this so we can pop off. Let's go ahead and look through them. Okay, thankfully I'm not crazy. It did feel pretty low and feel like some pretty bad luck because, so for those who don't know, the chance of getting a 1x 31 Pokemon is generally around 1 out of 6. I think on average, I think it's 1 out of like 0.5. Or 1 out of like 5.8, excuse me. I did a video on it. You guys can go check that out. But yeah, I only got 1x 31 Darumaka and then a 2x 31. Obviously, the 2x 31 is pretty lucky. That's like a 1 out of 78, I believe, if I remember correctly. But I caught like 27, 28 Darumaka, and for only one of them to be 1x 31, I guess one to be 2x 31. Yeah, pretty Pretty not so great luck, but you know what? That's okay. That happens. I feel like it's been happening a decent amount on this account. This account has some scuffed luck, is I think what I'll call it. This account has some scuffed luck. Let's go ahead and price check this thing. So I guess it's female actually. Let's just do it like this. I think this is gonna be our best bet, honestly. Unfortunately, yeah, 6,400, 6,499. I think that's pretty fair. So we're gonna list that for that. And then this Darmaka, we've already price checked prior. I'm going to try to sell it for 40. I think it was 41K. I'll just reprice check it for you guys so you guys can see my methodology. So I normally wouldn't go 20 plus on these IVs, like to even factor in the defenses like most of the time. But it depends. Sometimes it's worth it. Like on this account, like I log on this account like not every day, like not super often, right? Like I do my main account, so I don't mind waiting a lot more time for it to sell. So we have this this one's male, which is super important. I'm gonna go 4,000 here. I'll show you. I'm gonna go right under that other listing like that, so it's right under the 4,000 checkpoint. So this should sell first. There we go. Should be a pretty fair listing, and there we go. Now we can finally jump back into the story, and I think my team is set up and ready to do so. What Pokemon do I want to lead with? My superior is level 38 now, which is super sick. I'm trying to think which Pokemon I want to get the most XP on. Actually, Scraggy. So Scraggy, actually it'll level up already though. It's already at level cap. Scraggy evolves into Scraggy at level 39, so that's why I care about getting XP on him. Other than that, I actually think Gyarados is going to be my priority, so I'm going to go ahead and move him up. I actually have to put items back on all of my Pokemon, so that'll be interesting. Alright, okay, my team is back to being decked out. We got lefties on Scraggy, lefties on Gyarados. I think I'm going to plop Gyarados up there, actually. Miracle Seed on Superior to buff that Leaf Blade. Actually, I thought it was on Giga Drain, but yeah, it's on Leaf Blade now. It's still definitely what I want, I think. I could actually... It's on Coil, though. I think I need a Choice Bander on my team. I wonder if it's worth having Superior as my Choice Banner. The issue is, like, they're just going to swap. Like, there's so many grass resists. I think it's just worth... I'm not using my Choice Band, which feels a little weird, right? I feel like I should be using it, but all of my Pokemon are set up Pokemon. Dragon Dance, Coil, everything's got set up. Toxic Orb for heal, everything. This thing needs Quick Claw, is too low level. It's my flyer friend. And then Meowth just with Silk Scarf, so it can do Fake Out Payday. But yeah, that's it, really. So yeah, I think the team's just ready. I would like to switch something up and maybe do Choice Band if that's better in some way, in some situation. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to continue heading on through the story finally. So we're at 900k Pokeyen, which is super sick after, you know, getting all that stuff off the GTL. We're going to head back through this route. We've already cleared out this route in terms of trainers. We've already fully cleared out that route. Actually, we have this next city unlocked, so we can just straight up fly to it. What am I doing over here slow rolling? I think if I remember correctly, we also defeated this gym leader, right? I think this was Clay. So this gym leader's been defeated. So we can actually just straight up start heading west onto this route. Now this is unexplored. This is an unexplored route on this account, so I'm pretty excited. Let's bump into the scientist here. We should be able to battle him. Yep, easy peasy, shouldn't be a problem, but I'll see you guys in a sec. Oh yeah, one crunch from Gyarados was able to destroy the cute little pink deer, as it should. Moving on through the storyline, get 1,200 Pokemon from him, sure. So I want to grab this Pokeball if possible, but I don't think I need Surf. I don't remember when you get access to Surf in this region. I know getting access to HMs is always so important, obviously. But the matter of like when you do so is really interesting per region. So we're gonna run into this scientist really quick. The next gym we're gonna be approaching is gonna be a flying type gym. So that's part of the reason why I'm really focusing on Gyarados here, because they're gonna have a lot harder issue dealing with him. Whereas flying is super effective against Scraggy because he's fighting type as well as superior since they're grass type. So it's really important to think about what the next gym leader is and prioritize your XP and your leveling process based on what Pokemon in your party can deal with the next gym leader. Pretty obvious stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and focus some XP onto my Gyarados by battling that dude. I want to be able to grab these Pokeballs really quick. I definitely don't remember what is in this house, so I'm gonna check it out really quick. So it seems like these scientists are actually based around the seasons, and they actually like dedicate their research to the seasons of Pokemon, which is pretty interesting. Let's talk to all of them really quick to see if they give me anything. I don't think they do, but I think that's pretty cute. I know seasons were a pretty big deal in this game. I think seasons might have gotten introduced in 4th gen, but I could be wrong. Yeah, they're actually talking about Deerling. So this is where Deerling was kind of introduced in terms of, you know, seasons and everything of the sort. This is so interesting. So they're actually... Oh, they're trying to ask me to bring them a Deerling. Interesting. You know what? I don't think I've ever done that in this game. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. So right here we are in the grass right below that house, and we immediately encounter a Deerling. I definitely want to swap out on this Gyarados. It is grass type. Actually, Deerling might just be hard normal. I know Sawsbuck, I think, is let's see if we can search it up. If we don't have any information on it, I'm pretty sure it's either grass normal or just normal. I think it might be grass normal. I know that Sawsbuck is grass normal, so we can't spore it. But we can go ahead and pop into Breloom, false swipe it, and we should be able to catch it within a Pokeball or two. Alright, I think I'm like 90% sure at this point that it is grass type. But you know what? For science, let's go ahead and test it for you guys. And yep, there we go. And remember it has Sap Sipper, so it does boost the attack just like Sawsbuck. There we go. That's okay. Still wanted to test it. Don't mind. Not really going to be taking any real damage from this thing, even with the attack boost. So let's go ahead and throw a Pokeball and wish me best of luck. Alright, we caught the Deerling, picked up this Elixir. It had no notable IVs. We're going to head back to the Poke Center really quick to put that Deerling in our party. I guess over the Meowth for now. That's totally fine. I want to go show it to that scientist. I actually have no idea what it does. He'll probably give me some sort of small, like, item. It's probably not worth doing, but you know what? For science, I want to go ahead and test it for you guys because this is the kind of, like, small stuff during the storyline that I would never think of, that I just never waste my time on. But you know what? Maybe it is worth wasting your time on. Maybe it's worth wasting your time on for maybe some new players, or for some certain players, or maybe it's just for everyone it's worth it. I don't know. So you know what? Let's go ahead and test it. Let's go talk to this guy. Show him a Deerling. Didn't show him a Deerling. Oops. Show him a Deerling. Summer form. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much. Is that it? Now he wants to go catch a Deerling. Awesome. Perfect. Nothing. That's okay. Let's go ahead and start heading back on through the story. Let's go ahead and battle this trainer. I don't mind battling every trainer we can. It's just, you kind of have to at some point. Like, when you end up playing PokeMMO so much, you end up going to every single, like, different route, and you end up, like, you're going to run into every trainer at some point, is kind of the meme, and the TLDR. And what happens is it ends up being more worth during storyline most of the time, at least as long as they're easy fights, because you're getting the XP earlier on when you actually need it, and you're getting, the Pokeyen when you need it a little more. So it's honestly a little more worth, but honestly, if you don't want to waste your time, I don't get it. Now, this is cool. So that was a Pokeball disguised as Fungus. This is actually maybe one of my favorite mechanics of 5th gen. I think this was so cool. The kind of, like, slight deterrent to, like, oh man, do I want to go pick up that Pokeball and risk it being a Fungus? Do I want to get into that battle? Like, is it worth it? I think that's really, I don't know, I think that's funny. I think it's interesting. I really like that interaction. Let's go ahead and false swipe this. We can't spore him. He's going to be a grass type, of course. Amoonguss/Fungus is actually one of the only other Pokemon in the game, like Breloom, that learns Spore. So it's really cool Pokemon. It's also a very powerful doubles Pokemon, but not really that great in singles, from what I understand. He's actually legal in NU. Amoonguss is actually NU in PokeMMO, which is kind of crazy. I would love to test that. Oh wow, and we get a 2x31. Wow. I guess there's our Darmanitan luck that we've been lacking. So that's Plant A group. Fantastic catch. 2x31. That's just awesome. Let's do Plant. Let's price check that. Plant's a pretty cheap egg group, unfortunately, but it is male, which is a huge plus. It's going to be a solid 45k. That's awesome. There we go. 45k, bang, bang, just like that, because we tried to pick up a Pokeball. That's awesome. And then the Pokeball left of that had a Leaf Stone, so that's pretty nice. A pretty great item, of course, to have. And then another Fungus. So it's Fungus, Leaf Stone, Fungus. Alright, I simply crunched that Fungus to death, and I should be on to head through the storyline. I'm going to start dodging a couple of the trainers for the time being, because I just have so much XP and access to Pokeyen at the moment. I'm just not super worried about it. So one day I will come back and defeat them if I have to come to this route to train or to do some farming of some sort, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and skip them. Alright, now we made our way up to this cave, and I definitely don't remember the storyline to this. So Clay comes a-knocking and says, yo, what's up? It's an electric cave. Galvantula's in there. Be careful. Krokorok, take it out. Thank you so much, Krokorok. I like the noise. I don't know why that's so cool to me. So I'm definitely going to want to be careful in this cave if it's electric types. He has me Bulldoze. That's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to be careful because I'm on Gyarados. Gyarados is 4 times weak to electric. So even when in like a cave and you're against electric Pokemon, honestly, like they're still going to do enough chip damage to where that's worth thinking about and worth noting. Like even if it seems silly, when your Pokemon is 4 times weak to a move, you just always have to be weary of it. Like no matter what, even if it's coming from pretty low level Pokemon. So here's N. This will be a pretty interesting battle. I'm going to lead Gyarados with this fight, I think. Oh, we actually get stopped by some dudes along the way. His little ninja friends. Totally forgot about that. So, we're going to talk to the edgy boy N. and probably battle him. I'll see you guys in a sec. We didn't even get to battle him. He just gives us a condescending speech and then walks off. Easy. Alright, now I know that this might have felt quick for you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here because I spent so much time grinding this episode on the Darmaka. I think it's fair. I put in a lot of effort and work into this. I'm going to call it here, and we're going to come back and take on this cave because I don't know what's going on with this cave. I don't know the route. It'll be interesting to either just blindly run through it or look up a guide, and we'll see how it goes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments below. Subscribe for future PokeMMO content. Thank you so much again for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Check out all the playlist links down below. If you want to see more content, if you're hungry for more content, if you think this video ended too soon, hit up the playlist links down below. You can join my Discord to learn about when videos are uploaded faster or when I'm live on YouTube. Sometimes I go live and stream. That's always a fun time. I recommend you guys check it out. And then finally, if you want to consider becoming a YouTube member to me for $5 a month, I'd really, really appreciate it. That's only if you want to go above and beyond. You know, it's never required. And a huge shout out and thank you to all my current YouTube members. You guys are pretty cool dudes. So thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later.